What's going on, everybody? Jokertone here, and just a little bit of an announcement that was made earlier today on the Orend Ranger. I think I'm saying it right. Orend Range, I think the profile's called. I could be pronouncing it wrong. I don't have it off the top of my head. But anyway, it's a site that does things regarding Super Sentai and Power Rangers. And today they released a few bits of information. Some interesting, some was just like, okay. First off is that in, I believe they said April, we are going to be getting, I guess, the first kind of confrontation between one of the Ninjers versus one of the higher up villains of the season. I still don't know the names of them off the top of my head or anything. Haven't only really watched one episode. In my Ninja review of episode 1, I did state that shows like this do take me a few episodes to kind of get all the names somewhat remembered, since it's, from a different country and the names are a little harder to pronounce and everything. But I will be learning them over time as we go. It's just a process that I need to move myself into. So we're getting that in about April, which kind of gels because if you think that this Sunday will be in March, so that's like 4 or 5 episodes to April, give or take, or no, like 3 or 4 episodes to April. So that's roughly well into the starting part of the starting arc of the series. So that sounds about right. Now, also a bit of information that kind of confirms a video that I made a couple weeks ago regarding the 6th member of the Ninninger team, and that is the reveal of, I think his name's Star Ninja, if I'm pronouncing it right. And they also said in the article that he will be arriving in April. Now, this kind of is interesting because if you think about it, we're only 1 episode in, and the next episode, the second episode, will be starting in March, because that Saturday Sunday is basically March territory. That's when March starts. And if you think about it, March, while it is a long month, we're probably only going to get 4, maybe 5 Ninja episodes out of it. So it's interesting to me because from now till April, we're only going to be at like the episode 6th or 7th mark. Now, that's not to say that, just because they said that he's going to appear in April, that doesn't mean that he could appear on the first episode airing in April. He could be appearing in the last episode of April as a person who doesn't have the ability to morph, but then in May or June or whatever, as we delve into him more, he might do that. With that being so, it'll probably be around the episode 10 or so mark where he is introduced. Now, this is interesting, at least in my eyes, because whenever we get a hero introduced kind of early on in a show like Power Rangers or Super Sentai, that leaves the possibility that there might be additional members later on. I mean, if you think back to Kyuuger, we had the Cyan Ranger, the Cyan Kyuuger, before we even got the 6th member. I think we even had, don't quote me on this, I think we had the Gray Kyuuger before we got the 6th, the Gold Kyuuger also. I could be mistaken on that, though. I think I am mistaken, but I'm not 100%. I don't recall off the top of my head. But, so this is interesting. Have they revealed anything about a 7th or 8th member? No. And this is completely just my want, because as I also said in my video of talking about this 6th member, the 6th member will be a gold color. And I have stated in that video how I'm kind of getting tired of the gold aspect of the of kind of making the 6th Ranger, like the go-to 6th Ranger is either silver or gold. I kind of think after Go Buster, where they had a silver and gold be on the team, was kind of like, okay, we need to like really just, you have tons of other colors in the rainbow that you could utilize for this, and I don't know. I have no idea. I think personally, I thought what they were going to do with the 6th Ninninger is bring him in as maybe a Black Ranger and have him be kind of like a villain at first, like an evil hero, because we really I know in Kyuuger I think they had a movie based off of the Navy Kyuuger, and he had a sword that he could like use as a flute, very reminiscent of the Green Ranger and Mighty Morphin / Zeo Ranger. But with that being said, I was kind of hoping for something like that, and it'll be interesting how they integrate him because, you know, the 5 main Rangers, the 5 main Ninjers are all blood related. They're all cousins and brothers and sisters. So it'll be very interesting to see where they go with that, in my opinion. But yeah, I really, like I said in my other videos, I really wish he wasn't a Gold Ranger. Just because we've seen it done so many times, and I feel like they're just doing it as a go-to, and they have so many colors to choose from. And you know, going into this season and seeing that they were going to have red, blue, yellow, but then also pink and white, having that kind of different setup for this season, I was kind of hoping for a little bit of a different 6th Ninninger, but he seems interesting. A friggin' cowboy ninja with a burger phone, like that's pretty cool. That's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie, and but yeah. So we also got that. I feel like I'm talking more about this than the first part of this video, but yeah. So those are things we can look forward to throughout the next couple months, going into kind of like that, maybe like the 1/3 marker, the 1/4 marker of the series. And just go from there. I'm very much looking forward to who is cast as this role. I've heard a lot of speculation that it's an American actor, not like anybody famous or anything, but like how in Kyryuger, the Cyan Ranger was an American before he gave the powers to I forget her name. She's friends with the blue Kyryuger or something. I forget her name. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think down below, of course. You know, like and favorite, do what you gotta do, whatever works. And yeah, so I guess